My name is Brian Matiash, and this is the first of hopefully many of these kinds of what's in your bag segments that I'm going to be doing, specifically when I go out on a trip for a shoot. So for this particular trip, this is an upcoming trip to Detroit, Michigan. This will be my first time going to Detroit. Super excited because for a long while now, most of my photography has revolved around landscape and the kind of waterfalls and lush greenery, that kind of stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. But for this particular trip, the focus will be on UrbEx, or urban exploration photography, specifically getting access to buildings that are dilapidated or abandoned. And so the type of photography there will be typically very different than what you'd expect out in the gorge here in Columbia River. So I wanted to walk you through what I'm packing with me. A lot of the stuff I take with me no matter what, but for this particular trip, let's just go and see what we're going to take. So for the cameras, I'm taking two primary cameras. First is the Sony a7 II. This is just about to start shipping to people. Love this camera. I've been using it for a couple of days now. It's fantastic. You might notice I actually have, I took the L plate. I have a Really Right Stuff L plate for my Sony a7, which I'm not going to be using for this trip. And I put it on the a7 II. And surprisingly, the fit is quite good. The battery compartment doesn't open all the way, so it requires a little bit of loosening rather the L plate before you can open it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So that's going to be the first piece of gear I'm going to take. Second is for low light. I'm taking the Sony a7S. So the a7S is just amazing for anything that requires high sensitivity with your ISO. It's just tremendous. It's 12 megapixels, but if you're doing night photography, or in the case with this kind of photography, we're going to be in these buildings that don't have any electricity. Rooms will probably have minimal light, so that's where this camera is going to come to shine, is for that kind of photography. Also, if you're into video, I'm trying to get more into video. Pretty much anytime I'm out shooting video, I'm using my a7S. So that's going to be my secondary camera, backup camera, but also specifically low light. Now let's get into the lenses. I'm taking 4 lenses with me. 3 of them are native to the Sony a7 family. They're all E-mount lenses, but 3 of them are full frame. The first one is a beloved lens of mine. Blow some dust off there. This is the Sony A-mount 16mm f2.8 fisheye lens, aka the Funk Buster Next Generation. I love this lens. It's small, it's like super light, and it's really interesting because it has these like 4 built-in filters that you can actually just apply on the fly. So it's pretty cool. It's really important for my kind of photography, especially in these kinds of architectural shoots. This will be a big time important lens for me to take. To connect the A-mount, the fisheye lens to the Sony a7 bodies, you need an adapter. So this is Sony's, one of Sony's adapters. This is the LA-EA3. It goes from an E-mount to an A-mount. And the difference between the 3 and the 4, which I have actually on one of these cameras here, is there is no mirror. There's no shoot-through mirror. That the 4 gives you phase detection, autofocusing. This is just kind of like a basic shoot-through. And I like it. I actually prefer it in these kinds of cases where I don't need autofocus. So that goes with me. So this is the Sony FE 16-35 f4. Ultra wide angle lens. This is going to be used a lot, especially in narrower hallways where I like to get a lot of distortion and create a vanishing point. This will be a really important lens. The Sony FE 24-70 f4, utility lens. I mean, it's one of the most important lenses I think a photographer can have. It's really versatile, just wide enough and just long enough for just every situation. And then when you need to get telephoto, you've got the 70-400, the FE 70-200 rather, f4 lens. This is just a great telephoto lens. I use it a lot. It gives me beautiful results, and it just handles everything I need when I need to get a little bit longer in my focal length. So those are the cameras and the lenses. Now let's just talk about some accessories, because what's gear without all the different accessories? Next to the camera and the lens, a really important thing for me is my filter kit. So this is the Mindshift Filter Hive. I love this thing. I've written about it, I talk about it. Basically, it holds all of my filters. In here are 5 adapter rings for each of my lenses. The filter holder, I've got a 105 millimeter circular polarizer, and then I've got, I think, 4 drop-in filters. Everything here is made by Format High Tech. That's the brand of filters and hardware that I use. I've used them for a while now, and I absolutely love them. So I've got a 3-stop, a 6-stop, and a 10-stop 4x4, just these drop-in filters. And then I've got a 3-stop soft grad and a 3-stop reverse grad. So for Detroit, I'm expecting it to be fairly overcast still. The polarizer will definitely be something that will be helpful. And if I need to, you know, kind of draw back the exposure, the filters will be handy. I'd rather have them basically than not. So these are coming with me. I usually strap this on the waist belt. There's a pass-through right here, and then cinch it up so that I always have it on my side. It goes with me pretty much everywhere. All right, next, f-stop makes this really cool little pouch called, I think it's called a DigiBuddy. I think it's meant for hard drives, like small travel hard drives, but it holds 6 Sony batteries perfectly. So maybe an unintended use, but thank you, f-stop. I actually really enjoy this accessory a lot. It's got some MOLLE straps on the back, so you can strap it to the side of your bag if you want, or on a belt, however you need. Think tank's kind of ubiquitous. Pocket rocket, so got my SD cards. Each of my cameras already have 64 gig SD cards in there, and so that's that. Think Tank also has this really interesting little pouch. Basically, it's specifically to hold AA batteries. So the reason why I'm taking this with me is because I'm also taking, on this camera here, and what I'm wearing is a Sennheiser lapel mic, like a wireless mic. I'm going to be doing some videos in the field as well. So they run off of AA's, good to have. This is a Pro DSLR battery holder by Think Tank. It's not to me. They're not condoms. They're actually these lens wipes by Zeiss. I've written about these too. I can't recommend these guys enough either. It's a single-use disposable wipe that dries really quickly, doesn't scratch, and is great for if you just need to clean your lens beyond just, say, a microfiber cloth. It really gets any gunk off. So strongly recommend that, and that just is a cool little holder for it. Now, with the batteries, I bought this cheapo kind of third-party dual battery charger for the Sony batteries here, the FW50 model batteries. And they're great because the Sony A7s do burn through batteries, and when I get back to the hotel in the evening, it's great to be able to charge 2 batteries at once. It just saves you that much more time. So these go with me when I travel. It's going to be super dark, so in a lot of these rooms. So for lighting, I've got my Petzl. I got this at REI recently, this Petzl headlamp. I love it. It's got a nice red light on it as well, so it doesn't kill your night vision when you're going through darker rooms. I have this little Pelican 1910 LED torch. Perfect for light painting smaller areas, and also just, you know, super light if you just need to see where you're going if you don't have a headlamp. And then I have this Coast light. What's the model? The HP14. This is kind of my bigger bad boy lens, or flashlight rather, that I use for light painting and what other, any other uses that you need a flashlight for. So I'll put this away later. So that's, oh, and a CSLR camera strap. I hate camera straps, but there are times when you need it and it's good to have one. So CSLR makes a pretty good one. I've had it for a little while. That's what I'm taking with me. For computer power, I've got my 13-inch MacBook Pro Retina. Beastly little laptop. I really enjoy it. That goes with me because all the Sony cameras just use SD. There's an integrated SD slot, so I don't need to bring a card reader with me. So that's great. And then I've got my just my iPad Air 2 that I take with me. I usually use this in the airports and various other things. So now what I'm going to do is grab my bag and we'll just pack everything in just to see how it all fits. And let's take care of that now. All right, so for this trip, I am taking my Mindshift Rotation 180 Pro bag. Actually, I was going back and forth between whether I would take this or my f-stop Loca bag, but the gear fits in here just better, and it allows me to use the rotation pouch that swings out of the belt for my jacket and my hat and my gloves and just various things that I may want to pack away in case it gets too warm or too cold while I'm on my shoot. But ironically, there is actually an f-stop medium ICU that I use in here. I wasn't as happy with the one that Mindshift includes when you order this bag, so it just so happens that the f-stop medium ICU fits better and it holds my gear better. So let's go ahead and pack this up. We'll start with the Sony a7 II. That goes on the bottom here. Now mind you, I'm packing this for travel. I'll rearrange this when I'm actually shooting, but for travel, I'll basically put the two cameras over here and the A-mount to E-mount adapter just on the top here. And that'll give me a nice snug fit. When I travel, I usually if I'm not taking this bag or I don't have room, I always pack the lens hoods separately, like in my carry-on or in a different bag, because they take up a lot of room in the main bag compartment for travel. So 7200 fits right there. 16 to 35 is the biggest lens that goes there. Oh, actually, lens hood comes off. 1635. 2470 goes down here, and the 16 millimeter fisheye goes over there. So that's basically, right now we have the gear here. It fits perfectly. Really happy with that. So close this. Now on the side here, there's this pocket, kind of like a small shallow pocket. My f-stop battery holder goes in here, as well as the battery pack. And I think, and I forgot to actually bring this up, but I also bring my Really Right Stuff MTX multi-tool. This thing is hugely important to me. It's saved my bacon quite a few times in the field. So this will go in here as well. In this top pocket, I'm just gonna throw remote cable. Forgot to bring this up earlier. This thing is also supremely important to me. Lets me expose my photos without touching the camera. And then also my SD card wallet goes on the top here. Typically that's how I do it. On top of that, on Amazon you can order these magic fiber cloths, these microfiber cloths as well. I think I paid $10 for 13 of these. These go on top. Can never have enough microfiber cloths. That's in actually addition to those Zeiss wipes that I mentioned. That goes over here in this inner pocket. Flashlight goes here, headlamp, and the neck strap. So that goes in that top pocket over there. We are good to go. I have, I'm taking my Really Right Stuff travel tripod. You can actually kind of see it's super small, really nice. It's light, goes up about, I think 5 feet with the center column, but I'll be mostly shooting low, I think. So It's light and it's really portable. So that's why I'm going with this tripod for this trip. My light will go in, oops, we'll go here. I actually have to take out the Leatherman, unfortunately, because I'm not checking bags and I cannot take a knife on a plane. That wouldn't be fun. So light goes over there for me. The other lights are up here. I'll probably pack this with my carry-on because I don't need it on my camera bag. The Mindshift, the filter hive, that actually just connects right here. So you just slide it through, and then there is a loop right here. So all you do is take this little strap, put it through the loop, and there. So now this is kind of secured in place. This won't go anywhere. It'll sit on my side. I'll have access to it when I need it. And then the last thing that goes, actually, on this outside here, it wasn't actually, this is not meant to be a laptop pocket, but I just bought a neoprene padded sleeve, and it fits in really nicely. So both the laptop and the tablet go in here, and that closes nicely, and there you go. The tripod will strap to the side here. You get the idea there. But that is how I'm gonna pack. Actually, I guess I'm already packed for the trip. So that's the gear that I'm taking with me. That's how I'm packing it. Really looking forward to getting to Detroit and sharing photos with you from those really gritty abandoned buildings. Thanks a lot.